Hello, my name is Petula Gomillion. I am the Executive Director for Atlantic Area CASA.
Hi, I'm Caroline Everson, Volunteer Coordinator, Atlantic Area CASA for McIntosh County.
Hi, I'm Andrew Williams, Board Chair for Atlantic Area CASA.
CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. Who do we serve? We serve children that have been placed in foster care. Our agency recruits, retain, and maintain qualified volunteers to advocate for those children that have been placed in foster care. We are open daily. Our services are non-stop. We are required to make monthly visits into the foster home at a minimum once a month, and also do follow-up contact with the child, their foster parent, their case manager, and any other type of collateral contact, which could be a teacher, a therapist, a doctor. That's what we are able to do. Atlantic Area CASA we are funded through grants. We receive funding from PISA, which is Promoting Safe and Stable Families, VOCA, which is a part of the CJCC, Criminal Justice Council, and United Way of Coastal Empire and the United Way of Coastal Georgia. We have in-kind donations from our local government. Our housing, basically, we do not pay rent because of the in-kind donation from the Liberty County government, as well as financial assistance from the McIntosh County commissioners that we have to renew on an annual basis. Our grants included, as stated, is United Way of Coastal Georgia, and which that is the reason why we are here today, is to talk about our continued support from United Way of Coastal Georgia and how beneficial it is for our program in the McIntosh area. Atlantic Area CASA serves the McIntosh County, as stated previously, along with the other additional counties that we serve. What do? We advocate for children in foster care. We provide qualified volunteers. We have trained them. They have over 30 hours of qualification training, along with 10 hours of court observation. They are required to have a criminal background check. They are required to be screened through the sexual offenders registry, as well as determine if they have a child welfare case or at any time in the last 10 years. So we are required to do all that so that we are making sure that we have the most suitable adult to go into the foster setting to advocate for this child in care. Caroline is going to be able to give us a little bit more about what we specifically do in McIntosh County. Caroline, you ready?
I'm ready. So we serve at the pleasure of the court. McIntosh County has court on the first and third Tuesdays of every month. Our juvenile judge, will not always appoint us to cases, but those that she feels needs a second eye to work along with the Department of Family and Children Services. Once appointed, we'll gather the information needed and we'll go and visit with the children in their setting. And that's another thing. McIntosh County does not have many foster homes. Most of the children reside in Greene County, so that adds an additional burden to our volunteers having to travel to a different county. So having this funding would definitely help provide the extra services needed for the children in foster care. So McIntosh County is very important because we serve currently on over half of the cases that DFACS currently serves.
And it's also important that the funding continues with the United Way, through the United Way of Coastal Georgia, is because the position for Caroline will exist. But prior to Caroline being a part of our team, we was unable to provide any type of service for children for quite some time. We had a gap there for a couple of years where we had just lost being able to appoint volunteers there. With Caroline's presence, she's been able to bring more attention to the CASA program in McIntosh County. We are slowly but surely growing in reference to the acknowledgement of people that knows about CASA.
At the end of last year, we hosted a business after hours through our local Chamber of Commerce, and we've also attended several volunteer recruitment fairs. One thing, we always get confused with Glen CASA, but remember, it is Atlantic Area CASA.
Yes, people do confuse us with being a part of the same network, but we're not. We have our own. We represent Atlantic Judicial Circuit. Glenn CASA service the Glenn Judicial Circuit. And so it is a big difference, but when the average person look at us, they think we are all the same, but we actually aren't the same. We are the same in reference to the work that we do and the services that we do, but we are two different entities. And so it's important for us to continue to have a presence in McIntosh County and to participate in some of these volunteer recruitment opportunities that are done at Flexi and different other events, because a lot of people in McIntosh work over in Glenn. And so it's important for them to say, well, wait a minute, I didn't know that McIntosh County had a CASA program, and we do. So it's important that we continue to be a presence over there, and that is how United Way of Coastal Georgia is so significant to us, because you help fund that visibility and help us keep the brand local and help us continue to represent Atlantic Judicial Circuit.
One of our volunteers, a long-term volunteer, Ms. Norma, was not able to be here with us, but I will share one of her success stories. When I started in 2015, we had a sibling group of 8 that was set to be adopted. One family adopted all 8 children. They were in care for a very long time. It was sometimes difficult to find a place to have all of them at the same time, but this one family did it, and it was a blessing. Having Ms. Norma, she was very instrumental. She did everything that a CASA was supposed to do, and she still keeps up with the children to date, so that's a wonderful blessing.
Yes, and just be mindful that Norma had the case from the very beginning when the children came into care, along with taking on the additional case of an additional child that was born outside of the foster care system and then was placed in foster care. So that's why she ended up with 8 children, because the mother had 2 other children along the way. So Miss Norma's been a very instrumental person with us, and we wouldn't know what to do without Miss Norma. She's been able to represent the CASA program to its fullest. And once again, before we wrap our time up with you, we want to first thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about Atlantic Area CASA and the need in McIntosh County. As stated in our proposal, we are requesting $5,000. The request for $5,000 will go towards the salary of the volunteer coordinator position that Caroline Everson currently holds. Once again, I am Petula Gomillion, the Executive Director for Atlantic Area CASA.
And I'm Andrew Williams, Board Chair.
Caroline Everson, Volunteer Coordinator, McIntosh County.
And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you.